You like this first line?
Let me hear it. I haven't heard.
I like the Thanos line.
Cheap whiskey, know I keep the peace with me. Getting top while I'm still rocking my Yeezy 350. And fuck asking questions, Aaron blast the weapon. I like my bitches organic with no ass injections. And all camo like
Wait, we gotta get
Rambo.
Thanos.
When beating start to snap and flow, it goes some like Thanos.
Oh, he said when he snap, it go like Thanos, because you know when Thanos snaps in the Avengers movie and they all disappear.
I knew he was saying something real.
But like when he said when Ben snaps.
There you go.
3,
2.
Eins.
What is that?
It's 1 in Yiddish.
That's also 1 in fucking German, bro.
Yeah.
Your favorite language.
Is Yiddish German and Hebrew?
It's
mixed?
like it's
Oh yeah,
it's
a
some
derivative.
German, it's some Polish, it's some Hebrew, some Schmeckel,
Max, you're a
Yonkel.
fucking traitor, though.
No.
Would you
That was
drive?
very
Would you
anti-Semitic.
drive a BMW?
You know the answer to that.
Mercedes?
I mean, I would drive one, but I wouldn't buy one.
You wouldn't buy one.
But you would
You wouldn't buy a
pronounce.
Mercedes.
I would not.
You wouldn't, but you would pronounce Eins in the beginning of our show. That's anti-Semitic.
Because it's also Yiddish, and so then it's fine. Listen, Kyle, Jarren, whatever your name is.
Here it goes.
What were you asking me a second ago?
Yeah, one of y'all niggas signed me up to MexicanCupid.com.
I think it's time.
Oh, I love it.
Max, did you do that, man?
Nah.
Oh, I
I
love
should
it.
have. I
Who the
wish
fuck
I had
did
thought of that.
And it's like dudes, too.
Yo, they slide. It's crazy. I was on, I'm living in
Mexican
Mexico
Cupid?
for 4 years, and dudes somehow find a really slick way of sliding into the fucking
Somebody
Tinders.
fucking with me, man. So I got a fake Jarren Benton motherfucking Instagram page.
Oh,
Somebody been DMing people for my shit. From a
That was
fake
me.
one. That was you?
Really?
What were they
Then I gotta-
saying?
I don't know, but
somebody
if you
fucking-
believe that Jarren Benton has 2 followers, 4 followers, like you're kind of a retard.
Well, people don't always look at the followers. They just say, "Oh, okay, I'm gonna like, or I'm gonna do that." You know what I mean? They're not
Yeah, but if
always
you're gonna-
clocking.
The people
No,
who they
because-
hit up, some of the people they hit me up and
It's all
say, "Hey, I
girls.
just got this message from a fucking fake you." Yeah, they follow all bitches. But yeah, it's not me.
So they're just trying to get pussy off
I
of
guess
your
somebody
shit.
signed me up to fucking motherfucking Mexican Cupid.
It's a Mexican dude. You think it's a Mexican dude trying to get Jarren Benton pussy?
Jarren Benton's
No, I
Mexican
think
pussy.
it's somebody. Hold up.
He's like,
I could
Jarren
be wrong.
Benton. I'm about to go in.
I think it's somebody that's sitting in their fucking house right now, mad because
It's probably your biggest
me
fan. Don't be so
and-
upset.
me and Max were doing very well, very successful,
On what?
and this person didn't.
On what planet were we doing well?
I like it. We're doing very well.
We are. Oh,
And,
I have some news. Just
This
some.
person could be bitter.
Yeah. Is it? Yeah. Logistics news, comings and goings. We're about to go on a little tour. Just 6 shows. To kind of test the.
I wasn't finished slandering the person who.
You're fine. Test the COVID waters. We're going to the Midwest.
You talk when
So
you say
this
we.
person that probably could be doing it could be a person that's sitting back in their house, mad because life is not going as well as it is for me and Max. They're probably fucking contemplating suicide every fucking so often.
I feel like this
They're
is him.
probably
This
out
is
of
him.
fucking shape.
I love how
Probably-
married to this narrative you are, Jarren. You like,
Yeah,
you really want.
Jarren's had a couple of
You
weeks.
really wanted to drag this one in here. So
They
so
probably
some.
fucking need to lose a lot of weight.
This is definitely a shot. At
Yeah.
Someone.
They fucking
How's
Wait,
that ankle?
do you know who it
probably
is?
Now I
smell
do,
like
yeah.
Yeah,
probably
we know
smell
who
like
it is.
fucking pig
Smells like
because
pig.
they're white and they're fucking fat and they're disgusting.
How's their ankle?
Yeah. Anyway, that's all I got.
All right. Moving on. So we're going to the Midwest for some shows.
When you say we, let's just be
Yeah.
specific. It's not high school dropouts. It's Jarren Benton.
No, the high school dropouts are going.
Oh, we're going?
Yeah, we're going.
See,
we're gonna
Max is that dude,
Yeah.
right? You get you amped on some
I
shit.
would love to. Oh,
I
we
know.
should though.
I'm with it, but
He's a big amper. He loves to be
I
like,
do like to amp.
he'll be like, "Oh, come here, we got to talk about something."
He's a
He'll be like-
gasser.
yeah, he'll be like, "Did you see my shoes?" It's like, dude, damn it!
Oh,
I
it's
thought there
always-
was some good shit about to come out
Yeah.
of there. Wait, where y'all going?
We're going Iowa
I don't-
City,
you know what's so crazy?
Chicago,
It's
Indianapolis.
so sickening and so sad. I don't know where we're going.
Let me ask you a question, Jarren, about this tour. Why does Max need to go?
That's what I was gonna wonder too.
I would tell you, but I don't want to disrespect anybody.
What does it mean?
I don't even know what that means.
I don't know either. All right, well, so
I don't feel like saying cut. I don't want you guys to cut.
Oh, okay.
secretive reasons that
I
Max
mean,
needs to go.
Jarren's, not exactly an able-bodied human being, so he needs a lot of help.
All right, fair enough. And but it's kind of customary, right? Managers do tend to go on tour with their
I
artists.
think manager or like a tour manager.
Or road manager, yeah.
Yeah.
So you're kind of doubling as that, since like
Yeah.
you know, we're
Not exactly getting paid double, but that's the service I provide
well, it's
to
part of the
needy
investment.
individuals.
Part of the investment to be
No,
involved in a
it-
project that's obviously established, right?
For sure.
As a young manager in the game, correct?
Yeah, no, it's a pleasure. It's fun. We'll get to spend some time together. I'll get to wake him up with my sing songs. It's good. And then Dirty's coming. Yes,
Definitely.
Dirty's coming.
Sing songs.
His DJ, who we should get on the podcast. I mean, Dirty Martinez. Dirty Martinez is one of my favorite human beings in the world.
Oh yeah, get him.
He commented today.
I feel like Dirty Martinez and Cal would get along.
Oh yeah, I think we would definitely get along.
Dirty.
It seemed like they'd be like the kindred spirits.
Yeah.
We I don't know, we posted the flyer, and Dirty just wrote, "I grew a mustache for this." I don't even know what that means, but I'm sure he fucking did. He's great. And then that song we just played was Easy 350. We're having a remix come out in a few weeks. I got to tell you about that. But anyways, Chris Webby's on it, so it'll be Jarren, Chris Webby, and Aaron Cohen.
Oh, I've heard that, and it goes.
Yeah, that's a good song. I'm excited about that.
It
And then,
definitely goes.
how was your week, Aaron? Well, 2 weeks because we didn't we're a little late on this
Dropped the
recording.
ball a little.
We dropped the ball.
Yeah, but it's coming out on time. That's all
Yeah.
that matters.
Usually we have 6 days to prepare the release. In this case, we have about 12 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, my week was fantastic. My family was here.
Man, shout out to your family.
Shout out to them.
What was the uncle, the left wing guy?
I think he was right wing, buddy.
The right wing
What was
one,
the right wing fucking uncle?
Uncle Bob.
Uncle Bob's a fan of High
Uncle
School
Bob.
Dropouts, right?
No, he said I wasn't funny, but he's
No, there was a family friend.
Oh, that was the one.
Oh,
The
Terry.
Trump supporter Terry.
Yeah,
who
Terry,
likes-
who's
Yeah,
kind of
shout out
supporting
to
us,
Terry.
and he's
Terry.
super conservative. Uncle Bob is super racist, and he's mad that
How many M-bombs does Uncle Bob throw around?
he's never dropped one around me, but I'm sure plenty.
with his boys, you think he's at least like a 10 a week clip?
Probably.
Wow.
If I had to guess, I think I maybe heard him say it once. I almost argued with him on his Facebook post. He was mad that like Bubba Watson's sponsored by Jordan or whatever. And in NASCAR, have you seen that? Jordan's sponsoring NASCAR now.
Wait, is that the
pretty
black
dope.
NASCAR driver?
Yeah.
Is
Bubba Watson?
Bubba Watson
Okay.
and Michael Jordan is sponsoring
I
them.
fucks with it.
But he didn't even know who Michael Jordan was.
Get the fuck out of here.
I swear to God, he was like Michael whoever is sponsoring. I don't
No.
I don't know. Whatever.
That must have been like a dig.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe it was like a Michael whoever.
Whoever,
But shout out Uncle Bob, who thinks I'm not funny. I watched this documentary, Hotel Cecil. Have y'all seen it?
Heard about it.
Yeah, I watched it too. That hotel looked like some place that Max would fucking try to book, or also like a place Fury. Shout out to Fury, Chris Webby's fucking manager.
That's where you guys are going on tour?
And,
No,
That's
I actually just talked to him today, though. I'll tell you in a
and,
second.
and hyping you up on it. Probably he probably was like, "It's nice. Look at the inside." And it's fucking,
That documentary is pretty fucking wild.
it's wild, but then it's not. Spoiler alert! At the end, they're like, "She just fell in," and it's kind of like, "What the fuck did you make me
They just
watch?"
spoiled it for everybody.
You just
For-
did spoil it, 'cause I
whatever,
was going to
this-
watch it.
I'm
You
fine
can
with it.
you
I like
can
how he says spoiler alert like a millisecond before he spoils it.
You didn't
Like,
even say spoiler
Spoilers,
alert,
fella.
did you?
Yeah, spoiler alert. She just fell in the water, and there's nothing interesting about it. I saved you 4 hours, so congratulations.
I'm not on board. I'm not on board.
With
No.
a spoiler alert?
No, with the Hotel Cecil shit.
No,
You
I don't
know
need
how
it.
OCD I am? I'm so fucking OCD that watching that, the hotel was just making my skin.
I mean, that's
I was
classic
like-
Jarren. He gets to a hotel, he cleans the room, and then he complains and leaves.
I'd like to see that
Those are
in a
nice
documentary of your tour, like Jarren's cleaning regimen upon entering a clean hotel. I think that should
Someone
be
just
great.
offered to be our tour photographer, but
All right.
we'll see.
they're never clean though. Do you ever look under the bed?
Don't.
Yeah, I can't.
Don't.
I do, but I stopped doing it because it fucks me up more.
It's kind of annoying. It's
Under
like
the bed.
if you look under the bed of any hotel, unless it's maybe like a really really nice one, it's disgusting.
Like, what
down
have you
there.
seen under hotel
yeah.
beds?
Just
Outbreak.
dust. Like, dude, like
Dust. I've
dirt.
seen the motherfucker. I've seen food, a bunch of shit, bro. That's why I don't fuck with bullshit hotels. And I've seen them in high standard hotels. I don't like looking behind crevices because
Yeah,
it'll
crevices.
fuck me up. I can't sleep.
Crevices.
Why don't
yeah.
y'all do Airbnb?
I don't like that neither.
He doesn't like anything. But basically, the problem with Airbnb is like Airbnb is generally a better deal the longer the stay, worse deal for a shorter the stay. Like the cleaning fee, the booking fee is like a set amount, whether it's 1 day or 50 days. So it's generally not a good deal for a one night stay.
The craziest I've done, I mean, the place not to look is like behind the headboard on the floor.
Ooh.
Yes, I've
Are
done
you
it.
ever out over there?
Well, no, like you're plugging your shit in.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know what I
you
mean?
just peek
and you
around.
look down, and I have
Yep.
seen a used condom
Oh,
on tour.
let's go.
On tour.
Oh.
Yeah, no, it was.
I found some dick spray, like some.
What the hell is dick spray?
I guess it makes your dick numb.
Like, so you don't come early.
I thought you just said Alexa. Like, Alexa, find me Dick Spray.
Dude, that shit is hotel. I like Motel 6 is pretty good.
Whoa.
Huge Motel
Oh,
6
this is
guy.
it.
I fuck with it.
If you're talking about budget and like consistency,
Motel 6 is great.
consistently.
I'm
If
cool.
you compare it with the
I'm
Days
good.
Inns, the La Quinta Inns, all those shit,
That's definitely a
I'm
step
good with all
down.
of them.
Motel
It's a step
6 is
down.
better than
Huge
all the
step down.
Days Inn.
No.
From La
Days,
Quinta?
bro, La Quinta is good money for me. I mean, I guess it
Quinta's-
depends on where you
I'm
at.
It depends.
Oh.
Dude, I stayed at a Days Inn in Salt Lake City. The room smelled so bad. I enjoy Motel 6. That's how you know what I can put up
That's
with.
fair.
I enjoy Motel 6. This Days Inn smelled so bad. We asked the guy, we're like, hey, can we move rooms? And he laughed. Moved us rooms. It smelled worse in the other room.
I think you caught a bad Days In. I mean, like,
Yeah, in
there's
general,
definitely,
I feel like Days
Days
Inn is a
Inn
step
is
up.
disgusting too, Brent. Bro,
It's
Days
definitely-
Inn,
bro. But like, as compared to Motel 6 across the nation, I mean,
they
you know,
all
I've gone on
those dudes
some-
would be in the same gang. Like if it was a gang, Motel 6, La Quinta Inn, Days Inn, all this shit is they all niggas. They claim in the same set.
When I started managing, I was going on tour with Aaron Cohen, and this was a few years ago. If we would just stay in the Toyota Corolla, and then like if we had a few nights where we actually got paid in a row and a few decent merch nights in a row, special treat, we would spring for a Motel 6.
I
Let me say
love
this.
the Motel 6. Shout out
great.
Motel 6.
And then
One
we
of my
would stay as
first-
late as we could and just be stealing as much cereal as we could. It was rough. It was rough.
My first fucking time I went to South by Southwest, my manager, they booked a fucking, it was a Motel 6, one of them shits. It was so nasty, I stayed in the car. I
well,
said, fuck this, I'll just sleep in the car the whole time.
I mean, I don't know. Obviously, I toured with like a slam poetry theater group. That was my group for 12 years, right? And our budget early on was complete garbage, and
Sure.
so we would stay at the places, and they got to the point, and I was booking them because it's my group, where some of the performers were getting pissed at me. And I mean, because a lot of them they do double as brothel, a lot of them double as sort of trap houses. I was booking the trap house Motel 6s, and it was
Wow.
Motel 6s, and not very savory.
I love it. It's just, what are you going to find? It's an exciting time.
If you just want
I'm
peace
cool,
after
man.
a show, or whatever, you just want to jerk off or bring a chick back, not the look.
No, it's
can't do
a
that.
game changer to stay somewhere not though you feel
Bro,
so much better.
It
The
is.
next
That's why I
morning
don't-
you feel
you can sleep. I can,
It's
it
a
has to be
thousand.
four stars enough for me.
Really?
I can't even do 3.5.
What about
stars.
DoubleTree? DoubleTree Hilton is usually about a 3-star, and that cookie, bro,
3.5 sometimes.
The
yeah,
cookie
sometimes.
is lovely. The warm cookie.
you go down for doubles all the time and try to get that, and they keep it in that little drawer.
Oh yeah,
the warm drawer.
Yeah, you're right. The double
Shut
trees
up.
are nice. Yeah, I mean, but the Motel 6 Days In, I agree, they're all on the same level, and I just feel like consistently Days In have a bigger range.
bigger range.
Like all of a sudden, one might be pretty decent and nice, and then some might be awful.
There is a range.
And Motel 6 is kind of like
At
serene.
least you know what you're getting.
Yeah, you're
every
getting
time.
that 5, 6, and 7 every time. Just like chill.
2, 3, 4.
Yeah, whatever. But
All right.
but yeah, so I like those. But yeah, the Hotel Cecil was a disgusting hotel.
Where is it? It's in L.A.
It's in downtown LA.
And this
It's
was where the
disgusting. Yo, that shit, I can't.
Bro,
Just thinking about it right now, I feel like I want to start.
And they're
scratching.
they're remodeling it to be like half luxury hotel, half low income housing, which
Yo,
I don't
what
know
the
how
fuck
that's
is
gonna
going on?
work.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what a lot of places do too. Is like even Motel 6s, or like Super 8s, they're actually low income housing, and it's like government based, and it's like so you'll have homeless people, and sometimes it's homeless shit. Like we had a place, Sleepy Hollow Inn in Princeton, New Jersey, that legitimately was like a homeless shelter / very low end motel. So just be careful out there. What you're booking. That's all.
Yeah, the hotel, and I didn't know Skid Row was 57 blocks.
Really?
They were like, I was
Is
like,
that what
"Jeez."
Cecil's the movie says?
Yeah, they're like Skid Row goes 57 blocks.
What generally happens on tour, though, is
57
we'll get like
blocks.
3-star hotels. We'll go. Jarren will be like, this isn't nice enough. He'll leave. And then,
Yeah.
we'll all get our own hotel room.
So when you
Yeah,
leave, Jarren, what do? You just go dolo and pull up at a hotel, or do you book in advance?
Yeah, I look for something else nicer and fucking Uber there.
Y'all should get the Hilton Awards shit. Hilton,
I got it.
Oh, okay.
What about Marriott? Do you like
Diamond.
Marriott's?
Some Marriott sometimes can be hit or miss, but yeah, I fuck with them sometimes.
Jarren, how was your week?
It was a rough week for me.
Yeah,
I
we
was about
know.
to kill my kid's mother. I was about to murder her.
Yeah. There was a
Yeah.
moment where I had to text you and you weren't responding for like a day and a half, and I was like, "Please respond if you haven't committed murder." And then you responded. I was like, "Oh,
you know, it's crazy that I did. I'm an adult, and I realized,
you
I
shouldn't
was
kill."
like, you know what? I treat this girl like shit.
Wow, you looked at your side of the street.
That
Yeah.
is
Looked at my
surprising.
side of the
All
street,
right, big up to you, bro.
Yeah.
and I took responsibility on my side. She's like, you know what? I get it.
All right,
I'm
big
really
up to
not
you,
that
bro.
good of I'm a cold nigga sometimes. I get it.
Okay.
You were saying that.
That's what I did say
Yeah,
that.
that was
You're
exactly his word.
That's
Yeah,
exactly
your
what I
word.
said. I mean, he
Yeah,
was,
Jared's
Yeah, I'm on this kick, man, where it's like sometimes I get mad. I've been trying to like really look at myself and,
Okay.
and take accountability for what I do. And sometimes when I find myself going down that road, it's easy to go down that road to see your anger or see your hurt in something, but sometimes you get so blinded by it, you don't really look on your side of the street. So I'm trying to take more accountability to look down my side of the road.
That's a hard thing to do. Like, especially if someone else did some dirt, and to be able to look that dirt in the face and like sort of be like, all right, I'm not gonna go off and react on this shit. I know I did my dirt. I'm gonna like be the first one to be like, all right, you know what I mean? I'm gonna fall back and correct my side. And oftentimes when you do that, the other person loosens up a little bit and is down to do it. But sometimes they're a piece of shit.
Yeah. You know what's so crazy? I'm saying this. I'm not gonna make y'all cut it, but
Yes. What'd you say?
I was like, no, everything's all peachy. There's no drama.
Did you
Meanwhile,
use
I'm
the
trying
word
to find
peachy?
a fucking cemetery to murder the fucking
He's going to cemetery shopping. Hide a body in a cemetery would be a strange move, actually. Think about it.
A big good move.
Yeah.
Just like put it on top of the other body.
Yeah. Fuck it.
Where's the best place you think to hide a body? A national forest or something? Yeah.
Let's say like a fucking what's that shit? Construction site. Before they pour the cement. I don't know.
I think you want to tie something heavy and make sure they sink somewhere wet and deep.
Yeah.
I think that's the
wet and deep.
Max, you got a look on your face like if like y'all looking at each other like y'all
we
might have murdered your fucking roommate or something.
No, but I'm thinking about it.
Yeah, we are thinking about it. Shout out
all right, well, you know, man, just want to send the vibes your way for you know, reconciliation and whatever can happen so things get better on that front, man.
Hey,
thanks, man.
what's making you look at your side and wanting to take accountability? Is it like just getting older, or just like time, or like pain, or what?
The weed.
The weed.
Definitely the weed. Another part, just like I just got to be realistic with shit. I've been talking to the universe, and I've been like getting to this point where I'm like, I want to really try to change and be a better person. And I think that shit start with you got to look at all of your shit. You got to look at your shit like, yo, in order for you to change this shit, you got to look at it and fucking put your face in it and fucking take responsibility of it.
That's real. I mean, you know, talking to the universe, that sounds like the lady at Hotel Cecil getting ready to jump in. But no, that's good.
Yeah.
Well, how was your week?
Man.
How was your week, Max?
My week was fine. You know, ups and downs. Been some cool stuff at the studio. Had some interesting customers, which was dope.
Oh, what happened? Tell us about it.
I feel like we can talk about it, right?
Yeah, I mean, I don't remember what we talked. Like, there was a moment that we already talked about Punch and Coach K and all that.
No.
Okay, so
you did.
We talked about Punch when Punch came in. I don't know if we talked about the fact that Coach K came in.
Coach K, the head of
quality
control, was here. So Punch came back. He booked a few days, and like downstairs in the podcast room, we had Coach K doing a podcast, and upstairs we had Punch
from Top Dog
and it was
Entertainment.
just dope. It was like we came to LA recently. We started the studio, the podcast studio, the music studio, and like, you know, it hasn't been great so far, but we're growing slowly but surely. And like, there was a moment where like we have like the head of TD in one room and the head of quality control in another room. Like, all right, we're probably on the right track.
Pink
so that was
Cloud
cool.
Studios felt legit, and then
fruition.
And then we had a week of no clients, and then
and then yesterday was cool. We had like Taco from Odd
Odd
Future
Future.
and his
Odd
sister
Future.
Sid from the internet. They were here.
And then a
Tell
couple
Odd
days.
Future, the whole Funk Volume gang said, "Hey,
Yeah, that would be a dope collab.
That would.
Yeah.
if Hobson didn't fucking go on a rampage and diss all of them."
You know.
Fair enough. And then we had that. Actually, maybe our biggest connect was we had Daniel Kaluuya, dude who played in Get Out and who played Fred Hampton in Judas vs. the Black Messiah. So
He was sort of here.
the client had a Zoom interview with him, but it was dope. It was dope because like 2 days before, I had just seen Judas vs. the Black Messiah, which is incredible.
Is it really good?
Yeah, and I think it will win shit. And I think these guys are the next. Like
What'd
him.
you give it?
What's that? I give it a 5 out of 5, man. I love that shit.
Really? Is that good?
Oh, it's really that good.
Did you see it, Max?
Yeah.
It's fire.
What do you think about it?
I had to beg Aaron to watch it with me.
I think I was on the phone with y'all.
He's not big on black movies, but it was really good. It was legitimately good. I thought it was super well acted. I had just watched. I mean, I'm a big Daniel Kaluuya fan, and Lakeith is great. And I just watched this Fargo. Like I'm behind on Fargo or whatever, but I just watched the season where I guess Jesse Plemons, the white dude from the Judas movie, is like one of the main characters. And I had never seen. I guess he was in Friday Night Lights.
Yeah, that's where.
Which I had never seen. Which I've never seen, but I'd seen him as like at the end of Breaking Bad.
Yeah, where he was like
and
the nephew of like the dirtbags.
Yeah, but he's like kind of strange in it and cool. And then I just watched Fargo and he's all in it. I was like, this guy's great. And then he was in it. And so the acting was like phenomenal. The story was cool. I liked it a lot. Did you guys see the beef that's going on? I guess it started a couple years ago. It simmered down and now it's like blowing up again.
Between
Charlemagne and Lakeith Stanfield.
I've seen it when it started, but
like 2 years ago. I kind of see whatever. It was interesting. So
I want to look it up.
Daniel Kaluuya, who was he's kind of on a press run for this movie. So this was actually a couple days before he did the podcast here. He was on a Zoom podcast or no, the Breakfast Club with Charlemagne. And Charlemagne asked him, Lakeith was really made for that role he played, huh? And Daniel Kaluuya off top was like, I'm not getting into y'all's beef. And then Lakeith Stanfield like went off on his Instagram, and like yesterday on TikTok, he was like pointing a gun.
What did he say? I missed it.
No, what he's saying, he's like, you were made for that role as the rat. So Charlemagne basically like inferred, I guess, to Daniel that Lakeith was made for that role as the rat. He was actually maybe a little too good in that role. I don't know, that type of thing. Inferring that, that he's,
which is like talking shit, but it was kind of funny.
That he's ops.
Lakeith, I guess, a couple years ago, kind of like talked shit about Charlemagne, saying it was like bringing black people down or whatever. And Charlemagne, I think, would like hit a nerve with him. He was like, "Nah, fuck you," like, whatever. And they had the beef over that. And then, Charlemagne reignited it. Lakeith seems to be going off the last couple days. But
what has he been saying?
Well, like yesterday, he was like rapping. Like he pulled a TV screen up with like Charlemagne, and he was like waving a pistol at it. It was very strange.
Oh, I didn't see that, but here's a quote. He basically this is while Kaluuya did a great job deflecting it. Kaluuya was like, we're not having any of that. Kaluuya is like proper English. I mean, he came from the hood, but he's proper as fuck. I do feel like hood dudes from UK still feel they have this elegance, this kind of like
UK English just sounds so posh.
Like even when they talk, they yard slang, they sound mad like real upscale and shit.
Yeah.
But anyways, so Kaluuya said that he's like, we're not having that to Charlemagne, whatever. And then Charlemagne, then Lakeith, when he clapped back, said, "Hoes, this is what he do. This is what hoes do." And then he wrote, "Get sunned by reality. Get off me, bro. You a lame. Daniel ain't an idiot. Leave me be, dog, and find someone else."
But and then he continued.
That was what Lakeith said. Then he went off with a gun type shit.
I mean, yeah.
I know Lakeith was really bringing it the fucking.
Lakeith seemed kind of hood. I don't know, but
you never know these days.
You got a fucking promising acting career. You're not about to do it.
Seemed kind of silly. Yeah, but he's great too. I didn't realize all the shit he was in because he like plays all these different fucking roles. And then what's the one where I'm gonna fuck?
Who
up?
are you talking about?
Lakeith.
He
was in one old time movie. I don't want to but I'm not sure because I haven't seen it, but I saw a picture. I was like, oh, that was him.
I don't know.
It was like an old slave movie, I think. Was it 12 Years a Slave, maybe?
Oh, he might have been in that.
I know what you're talking about.
He has like a straw hat and shit, and he looks very peaceful. And like, I don't know. I just saw a picture of it.
He looks very peaceful as a
Django?
slave, huh?
Django.
Max just, yeah.
No, like he just looks like he has something in his face that
It's like
just
he
seems
enjoyed the experience, huh? Okay, Max.
Yeah,
I see where you come from.
I've been living with Aaron too long.
No.
Anyways, but then he was in that Uncut Gem shit.
Yeah.
He wasn't.
He was in. It's funny. Okay, so I went on a date with this Polish chick, right? Big butt, and you know, interesting. And you know, we'll see if there's a date too. But ultimately, she was white, and I was talking about these shows and shit. And I was like, Lakeith, I think he's gonna be like, you know, him and Daniel are gonna be like the next Denzel cats. You know what I mean? The next generation of that. And she's like, who? And I was like, well, let's see what you would know. He was in Knives Out. So, oh yeah,
Knives Out.
Yeah, damn, he was a Knives
That
Out.
was the white people movie that he was
that.
in. Yeah. But anyways, Daniel was via Zoom, and he was for an hour right in front of my face, live with the client, with the chef, and it was a good interview. So
Yeah.
so that was here at Pink Cloud Studios, man. So you know.
The
Max
movie,
tried
the
to
movie
kiss
you
the
were
screen.
thinking about was Get Out when he was in the straw hat.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what. Yeah,
I've never seen it.
Yeah, Aaron looked like he had to like myth bust something that was
Okay,
going on.
yeah,
Like your face was like
yeah. Because I was like,
Pull up his
you were
face.
really in
Does he-
investigation
like,
mode.
This just doesn't look like him in any of the. I've never seen Get Out, but just look at his face. Like he just seems.
Yo, I can't believe Lakeith went off with a.
His fucking nose is bleeding. What looks peaceful about that?
Well, I didn't see that before, but he not peaceful was like subdued or something.
I just love that you just thought him in a straw hat must have been 12 Years a Slave. It couldn't
Why
have been any
people
other
wear
movie.
It couldn't have been him
It was
like
he was
fishing
in-
with his son, just like a
straw
wholesome
hat. When's the
Taster's
last time
Choice
you saw a
moment.
straw hat?
Hey man, people wear straw hats.
Old timey movie. It was like, yeah, it's just that old timey
It
slave
looks
movie.
old timey.
And 12 Years a Slave, I guess niggas was wearing straw hats.
Come on.
I equate straw hats to like Southern motherfuckers is like bringing it, like drinking tea or some shit. I don't
Yeah.
fucking know. Drinking some nice sweet tea.
Listen,
I'm playing
That's
this.
bad.
we're cutting this.
That was bad.
No, keep this.
shout out Charlemagne though for just riling people
Real
up.
one.
I love that.
Yeah, I fuck with Charlamagne.
And so Lakeith got mad and just started waving the
Going
Yeah,
on.
but I'm trying to find it. I don't
It
see
was
any.
on TikTok last night.
I want to hear what he said.
It's so funny that Charlemagne said he was made for that role. That's such a good little joke.
Well, because Lakeith like went off like have more interesting conversations with real whatever, and then Charlamagne like addressed it later on the show like a couple days ago, and he like pulled up these clips of Lakeith on his show on The Breakfast Club, and like Charlamagne would ask him like a deep question, and Lakeith just, I mean, it was just like nonsense was coming out of his mouth. So
Oh,
like,
he was being a dick, Lakeith.
no. This was a few years ago before they ever had beef. It wasn't not nice. It was just kind of like nonsense. Like he asked him like, "Oh, what do you think is important about so and so?" And he was like, "Well, you know, intentional," and it was like a lot of nothing.
I see.
Lakeith comes across like he tries to, and I don't even know the nigga like that.
Like he's trying too hard.
Like he's just like thespian type, fucking eccentric type cat.
Yeah, I feel it.
I don't even fucking know. But it's like, you know how some of those actors, those theater kids can be?
Yeah, you'd like see him in the south of France, like with a beautiful like African woman, like painting and eating
Barefoot and like linen and
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
loose like pants that are just kind of like wet, like blowing in the breeze and
Yeah.
just barefoot walking around,
Sounds
Yeah.
kind of nice.
drinking tea. Ugh.
That sounds kind
I
of.
But he
can't
shouldn't
fi-
have
I
a
can't
gun.
Find, I can't find it, man.
If he's gonna be,
Maybe I made it
you
up.
can't have it both ways. You know what I mean? You can't
Yeah.
be
You
like,
can't be the RCP.
You can't have linen pants and a gun.
no, you gotta pick a lane.
I
One or
fucks with
the
it.
other, dog.
I think you should do both.
Mhm.
Get you one who
You're
does
the type
both.
of nigga that's got like an old time fucking gun where he gotta like fucking
A Tommy gun,
put the
maybe.
goddamn what do you
Well,
call that
musket,
shit?
yeah,
The musket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
waving it around at Breakfast Club clips. Look, he is dope. He's dope in Atlanta. Oh,
Sorry, that was a.
I've
Right.
never
Trying to find it
seen.
from
I've
her.
never watched the episode of Atlanta. Yeah, I've watched one episode.
Oh,
I've
that's
never
just
seen
that's
it.
just really good.
He was in
The one
that.
with Cat Williams. Yeah, he's in that show too.
Oh yeah, you told me that. Yeah.
shout out Cat Williams.
Great.
Cat Williams shit had me dying, man. Cat Williams did a fucking amazing. That's the only episode I ever seen. Was that one when I think he had a fucking pet alligator or some shit?
Yeah,
like
he's
that?
he's like a drug dealer, I think, or so. He's just like a crazy person. He has like a pet alligator.
Have you guys seen when Cat Williams got beat up by the child?
Oh, that was hilarious.
That was amazing.
Oh, my God.
He was taking L's after L's that
Yeah,
year.
that was
He
L's
like
after
L's after. That nigga was taking so many L's.
Plus, because he talks so
Jesus.
hard in his shit, like
Yeah.
he acts like he's really like a
You know,
like a G and shit.
He's got that. What do you call it? The complex.
Little
the,
man complex.
Napoleon
Yeah,
complex.
he's
or
always
whatever.
going in. He go into where it's like,
No need.
yeah, he just in the. I fuck with him though, but
when he was going off on that lady for V103. Do you remember that interview where he
Yeah,
just
yeah,
he
it was
said
going up on Wonder.
you could get her jewelry at any Sitco if you buy a pack of Newports. He was like roasting her. I saw him in the airport the day after that came out. He was like
Really?
smoking a pipe at LAX. And I was like, yo, I fucked with that interview. He's like, thanks, big dog. He was, yeah, he was Cat Williams, but he was the GOAT back in the day.
Goat might be a stretch.
Those pimpin', dude, those
That shit was
pimpin'
really
and-
fucking
dude,
good. Yeah.
that shit was so funny.
Yeah, he's a hilarious motherfucker, man. You can't take nothing away from his comedy.
No, I don't. Yeah, that's what I was talking about right there.
That's the one. Is there audio? Let's see.
Well, we can't. I guess we can't
I
pull
don't
it
know what
up.
he's doing.
Up a box, they come and give me, I'm do my time, bitch, and grow me some lot. And crazy ED drills for free, don't make them creep through your lot. You gon' think you love that bitch until you see that 4-5. Them set up pose in your section, do that shit for both.
So he's just like playing music and like
Waving his
pointing
gun
a gun at a picture of.
Stop it, nigga.
On TikTok with his girl in the video too, right?
It was weird. And then he pulls up a photo of like the character he played in the movie and like flicks him off.
Yeah.
Like, because
Yeah,
like I guess he
man.
was saying, no, I don't fuck.
That
but it's
nigga
just like
that
you're
nigga
doing
need
too
to
much.
take a nap.
Yeah,
dog.
I'll say, yo, Daniel, why is Daniel have the same
Sleep.
background? Hold on.
You can't see the light without the dark.
Anyways,
Same background as
that's
what?
Daniel. The same background as when we Chef interviewed him.
Right.
Anyways,
Probably his
Um,
house.
Well, shout out, Lucky.
Kyle, how was your week?
Kyle, how was your week?
how was
You
my
went on a
week?
date, you said, right?
Yeah, I went on a date. It was alright.
You look fantastic. Will you show?
You going? Yeah, I can tell
You
you
can see
lost a
me.
little weight, man.
I appreciate it. Yeah, you know I've
You need to
been
get
running
on that
more.
Cow plan, man.
I appreciate it, man. I've been running more. What else happened? Oh, I booked a trip to Mexico City on my birthday, which is March 4th. I turned
So that
41.
was you that put me on Mexican motherfucking guys.com.
I'm trying to,
Mexican
What's this shit? What's this shit calling me shit?
You said it was Mexican Cupid.
it's funny though, cause like
Mexican Cupid, that's the name of it.
Is it for real?
Yeah, swear to God, I got like a bunch of East shit. Somebody logged me in and shit.
the crazy
Like,
shit
I
is
got
like,
emails.
and I don't know if this is Mexican culture, but like I have told a few people that I'm going, and like the thirst has come at me. You know what I mean? Like some of the chicks that like I maybe had talked to when I was out there, now that they know it's like a, if you had this happen, they know that I'm going to be like visiting and it's temporary. They're throwing a little rhythm my way. You feel me?
How is the women in Mexico City?
He's
Beautiful?
Beautiful.
Talk honestly. Describe them how you describe them to me.
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
No, there's a whole range, but in general, it's just a different phenotype in the south of Mexico, and it's more flat butt, almost like a rhombus butt, like a geometrical.
Pop-Tart box body.
Well, there's a friend who would say garbage can body, but I don't want to say that equivocally, but
My friend, his name is Kyle.
but there's also
Did you shape
beautiful
like
women.
a cereal box.
At the end of the day, there's definitely less like people that I would say are classically slamming, you know what I'm saying, per square block, whatever. And so what ends up happening is the one person who is slamming gets way more attention and thinks they're. So I'll meet like someone who's not that beautiful in my book, and like she thinks she's the shit.
I just realized something.
What?
Okay. You know the one girl you kind of liked, but she had like a stinky lip?
Yeah.
Do you think
The
that
pussy?
might be
A pussy
no,
smell?
like lip, like he
No, her
kissed
lips are a little smelly. We
Do you think that might be part of the other thing we found in Mexico, which was the butt stuff?
that they like to lick butts sometimes.
Yeah, and then her lips were stinky.
I don't think she was coming
Did she
fresh
just
off
come
of
from a butt lick?
a beso negro, as they call it.
You're
think she was-
upsetting Jared.
don't think
Beso
she was-
negro. Wow.
I don't think she was coming off of that. No.
Will you translate that for the people?
A beso negro.
I think most people know enough Spanish to know that a beso negro would be the word kiss and black. So they're saying, like you've kissed the butt.
I mean, that's not how we say it. We
So
don't say
they,
black
that
kiss
kind of
here.
racist. They saying if you kiss a black person,
I think
what?
I don't know. I don't think that it's. I think that it just means like you kiss the butt. I don't. I guess you could interpret it racist, but they don't have that same history like that, so I think it's a little different.
Poop is usually a dark color.
Yeah, maybe.
Thanks,
that's
Max. Well, we are just the amount of educational information that's coming out.
We're doing.
What?
Poop is usually a dark
Beso
color.
negro.
I'm just
That should
trying
be
to-
the name of the title of the podcast of the
Oh.
episode.
We did get a comment last week.
Oh yeah, we got hit, right?
What?
We
We got a bunch of comments, but one of them was like, "Dick wiggles, only the high school dropouts."
Oh, I
thought that
thought
was
you were
fair.
talking about the other one.
I didn't even look at that, and then I saw it, and I was like, oh wow, Max.
What? Oh, you commented Dick Wiggle?
no, I named the
That was the name.
episode.
That was, he named the fucking shit Dick Wiggers.
I don't know
You
his name.
didn't
Them I
see my
did name
post?
last week. What?
You didn't see my post about it?
Yeah, the two white guys come up with the names and clips. Oh, because the clip started with Jarren being upset again.
Oh, about the. Oh, is that a joke?
Rub your.
Oh, when you were talking about you rub your.
Well,
butthole.
okay, you gonna do some more comments?
No, do you want to finish your week first, and then I'll come.
Well,
to
no,
the
that
comments?
was it. I mean, you know, I booked this
Beso
trip to
negros.
Mexico. Beso negros.
I want to hear about the date.
I mean, bro, I don't know. I'm a little. She ain't gonna watch this. So, all
Oh shit.
right. So, Polish chick, Polish.
See that talking, Max? See what you put in, you transpiring in the universe, man?
Negativity.
I'm sorry.
Negative,
She might
man.
watch it.
I mean, look, if it blows up and she watches it to that degree, then it's a good problem.
Yeah, it
right?
wasn't meant to be.
Yeah.
I'm fine with it. Yeah, I mean, you know, she was cute. I thought she was a little less than bright. You know, and it's interesting because she's like a PhD student for psychology. So, like on paper,
Oh,
you
that
would
don't
think.
mean nothing.
I know, but on paper, sometimes you would think, all right, she certain level. But I was like, wow, all right, so not really a whole lot upstairs. But the butt was, and sometimes it's flabbergasting, man. When you see someone and like there's not really a whole lot of rhythm in terms of intellectual and all that. But when they're just slamming in some
just wanna-
capacity, it's really hard to be like, I'm not going to see her again. You're like, maybe she was
Yeah.
just playing dumb that day, or you try to make excuses. So I'm in that zone. I'm
Yeah.
negotiating.
That's been Jarren's issue.
You fuck around, so then you fuck around and you have a kid.
But it was a top white girl butt,
That's good.
top echelon.
She had a white girl butt?
Yeah, man. I mean, no, like
She
I'm
was
saying
a
for
white
a white
girl.
girl, it was a top butt. You feel me?
Oh, oh yeah, man. I like them white girls with big asses. Did you smash it?
No, we just sat in the park and fucking sip coffee, talk shit.
Did you kiss a little bit?
No kissing yet. First
No.
dates are slower
You don't kiss.
for me. COVID wise especially. It's
You
a
got
little
point
slower.
there.
Yeah.
They wear masks.
We took the mask down when we were drinking coffee. That's why I like to make sure because I want to see the
Slip
lower
some in
half.
a drink?
No, I'm not a slipper.
Yeah.
That's so you're at the park, masked up, hanging out with on a date.
And then but that's why I like to make sure there's a beverage involved or some food, so that I can see the lower half. And it's kind
Oh.
of nice. It's a different reveal because you're walking around with the mask, and you're like, oh, I like her eyes. I get that vibe, And then like the lower half reveal, it also means something. So I've had some lower half reveals. Where I was like, whoa, And this was solid.
That's so weird to be.
Hey, what
on
did
a
y'all
date.
have to eat? What did y'all eat? Did y'all was it like a picnic?
I mean, no, it was a Yogi Bear out here in the streets. No, I fucking maybe, but no.
You want to be romantic, man.
I mean, bro,
First date? That's too much.
we
Blank
went.
it out.
There's a place called Trails Cafe. Griffith Park has this little like outdoor cafe. It's kind of tight, and she got a little latte. I got a fucking black Americano with the extra
Always
shot.
with the bullshit. Did you buy her latte?
What bullshit? What do you mean?
Did you buy her
I'm
latte?
sorry. What's the bullshit?
Nothing. Did you buy her latte?
I bought a latte. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I'll buy a latte. That's the price I pay to make sure I get to see the lower half.
Yeah,
Feel me?
that's a good price. Coffee's a decent price. A $5 date. That's great.
Coffee shouldn't be $5, but it is now, and it's a little
I
upsetting.
think hers
Do
is
you
a
remember
little
like
more expensive. Yeah.
the fucking one next door, the Bloom?
Yeah.
That almond.
The
I don't wanna tell you
$7
'cause you keep
almond?
buying it for me, and I don't think you're realizing how much you're spending on my coffee every day. It's $7 fucking dollars.
It's a $7 situation. Yeah.
Which
I mean,
is
coffee.
crazy.
I like to make my own at home, and I
Spoken
have,
like a true Jew.
True.
I talked to Jarren's kid today. He put him on FaceTime. He was like, he's going to teach you how to save money. The kid's, what, 1.5? Lot of snot on this kid.
Really?
Beautiful
he's
child.
sick,
A
man.
lot of
His-
snot.
his-
You mean like
Oh,
physical
man.
snot?
Yeah.
Hey, look,
Like
yeah.
tons of snot.
Oh, yeah,
What,
well,
what's non-physical snot?
Like being snotty? Like, oh, a lot of snot
Oh,
on that
no.
kid. Yeah.
Oh, no.
All right, so how old?
He's 1.
Well, then of course he's got snot. He can't even
but
wipe his
no,
fucking
I've seen
face.
1-year-olds.
He's
This
sick.
is
He's sick. He's
Well, you've
sick.
seen
He's
clean,
sick.
impeccable 1-year-olds?
Yeah.
no, but maybe the father is doing something to clean some of that up.
Fair enough. Jarren, you might want to
He's sick.
bring a
He got
rag.
an ear infection. He's got a cold.
What's an ear infection got to do with snot coming out of his
That's
nose?
what happens when you get
That's what-
an
that's-
infection.
that's what it comes
Sinus
Jews don't get
infection.
ear infections.
They do,
Start
and
off
it's
with a
mucus.
cold,
Yeah.
and then the mucus get hit.
All right.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Hey, Max,
Shout out
what's
to
with the
son. Yo, my
testiness
son
here?
has
I'm not
fucked up.
testy.
A little test.
Yeah, you say
Really?
I'm bullshitting when I'm just trying to tell what I bought the girl. All of a sudden, you're all writing when he's just trying to talk about what an ear infection truly is because you've glossed over it. I mean, what's going on?
Hey, what's going on?
Max.
Nothing.
You
Yeah,
okay?
Max, what's going on, man? You
You
want to talk
okay
about
today?
No.
Max has been
happening, man?
extra antsy this week. Let's just I feel like we've skipped the shit on Max section a
Yeah,
little too
for
much
a few
of our
weeks in a row,
podcast.
we haven't done it.
That's
We
good.
We've given him a nice break.
So
but
I think we wanted a short episode this time because. So I guess that's it.
What
No.
happened? What's going on, Max? What's going on over there, man?
his girl was out of town for a few days, so I think that had you a little up in arms.
And I was gone too, so he could have been a.
You were gone.
Well, I wasn't at the house.
He
for a
was
few
not
days.
as available.
No, neither of those things.
He was
I mean,
bouncing off the walls in the studio. I mean,
Really?
just oh yeah.
When?
I don't know. Every little thing was a tragedy. Every little thing was life is shit.
I think I made a suicide
Oh.
song, but
Made a
no
suicide song.
Same shit that's been going on with me for a few months. It's yeah. I'm struggling right now.
You're starting to what?
I'm
You're
just
struggling.
struggling right now.
A lot of it's a lot of it's the quarantine blues. A lot of it's
That might be
the
part of it.
family
It's
business.
the family
challenge.
business thing, which I feel like, whatever. I mean, I've already talked about it a little.
Yeah,
bit
but
on
last
this
time
podcast.
Jarren dropped a nice gerontology gem
He
on
did.
you. So
It-
I got a good one for you. Check
Oh,
this
boy.
out. So
I think that might have been a.
but let's set the
my
stage.
My son
okay.
goes wow, and I just try to grab him. I'm like, just he's a little big. I try to cradle him. I think you need to get cradled right now.
Oh,
See that?
just
Okay.
some loving.
Some cradling?
Come cradle.
You need some cradling, man. Somebody cradle him.
I'm not going to cradle him. right now.
Aaron, would you cradle him?
No, I would not.
Have you
He is a little snuggle monster. He'll
Have you ever
FaceTime me
cradled?
in the morning and be like, "Come snuggle." He'll try
I'm
to
cradling.
No.
You. I'm cradling. you.
cradle him.
Cradle
Yeah,
him,
give
yeah,
him a
cradle him,
good
dog.
little.
All right.
Cradle
He
him, man.
wants it so bad.
I'm ready.
He should see him. He FaceTimes me and will be under his blanket and be like, "Come snuggle."
No.
He says
That's
that.
private. Our
No,
FaceTimes
you
are
got no, dog. You got to cradle him.
You got
Just
to.
gotta rock.
Like
me.
you kind
gotta
of
rock
like
him.
he needs to.
You need to
not
get
necessarily sit
underneath
in your
his
lap,
arms.
but you need to be. He
No,
needs
I
to
don't.
be-
I get
No,
ticklish.
he's look at him. He's acting weird. Look.
No, you got to hold him, dog.
Yeah.
You got to like have him
I
like
have lost weight.
like that.
Like that book. Have you ever read that book?
than before. Last time it was.
The mom, I love you
Okay,
forever
see?
and always, and
How's
she's
that?
holding the big,
Oh,
the big boy. And then he's-
That shit's.
That shit's sad, bro.
Oh man,
no,
that should make me cry.
Oh, that shit's one of the best
Wait, what?
children's book.
Oh,
it's
speaking
called
of,
"I'll Love You Forever."
I love you forever.
I'll like you for always.
Oh, it'll have you teary eyed, dude. It's a. What go on? What were you?
people-
The
notice about-
the children's book that made me sad. And I remember having an argument several years later about it. Was the Giving Tree? I think it is, where the
I
tree
remember
just
that.
keeps giving.
yeah,
You
yeah.
guys know
Then it
that's
has nothing. Yeah.
word. And then, okay, I'll give him. So to me, that was always like my dad, because like me and my dad are really, really close. And I remember I got in an argument many years later that it was like the tree was like supposed to be the mother or the father. And I guess it doesn't really matter, but it was like it doesn't. It could be the father. To me, it was the father. That was my relationship with my dad.
Mhm.
And I guess it does somewhere in the book say her when it refers to the tree. But yeah,
They gender.
living
They
in a new
gender the
era
tree.
now.
they
the
gendered
word
the tree. But
gender
maybe
doesn't
that's
mean
just like how you talk about a tree, even if it's a male tree. Her, like a ship. I don't know.
Interesting. Well, so for those listeners, I actually did go behind the table and give Max a nice cradle. How do you feel? I mean, because
you give him a hug. You gotta get cradled.
That wasn't a cradle?
It was somewhere
Nah,
between
nah.
a cradle and
You got to
hug.
lift him up a little bit. His feet got to be
Yeah.
off the ground.
You need to sit in a chair and you need to like. He needs to be laying.
Oh,
you
that's
need to
too
be
much.
holding him like a
Yeah.
fucking
We have
kid.
wires and
And
stuff.
patting
We
him on the
shouldn't do
back
that.
a little bit.
I would do it.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm
yeah.
not. I have no problem doing it. Two things. I didn't want to necessarily go in too hard. I don't know. It feels a little strange on camera to be that gay. Yeah, that's
Squeeze
no.
his tits.
They're going away.
To be that affectionate with another man, I'll say that. I'll put it out there. It's not like it is a little bit of homophobia, but it's not
Yeah.
like I'm homophobic. Like I don't like gay people. It's just kind of like, all right, there's a certain level of affection with another man. It's like, are we being gay right now? I don't feel 100% comfortable with that. You know, and maybe I need to push past that and grow to another level. But
Jarren
at least
needs that,
I'm aware of it.
for
I'm
sure.
aware of it. You feel me?
Jarren struggles
I
every
didn't grow
time.
up around with being able to do that. So, you know, even that was a breakthrough for me, man.
Well, you've had a long time.
It is a very white thing, you know. We all.
I
I grew
was
up very
just about to say, I
naked
think
and
within the black culture, it's like
When I first started hanging out with Aaron, like I would come over to their house, him and Ian, our old roommate, he would be naked almost all the time, just walking around naked.
and I do
That
the,
was
the
weird
little
to me.
flop. I'd like hump the air and just pop, 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 pop. It's just
you would touch his dick.
No, I would
dick
be
flop?
naked and I would just like hump
Aaron
the air
would
and my
walk-
dick
Like
would
make a dick
flop
of-
around.
That
Yeah,
to
yeah.
me is that's just like that's a difference. To me, there's a difference between like
You're a white
gayness
boy.
and private. Like I don't know. I'm not walking around with my pee out,
Well,
but
that's voyeuristic, not voyeur.
Yeah, that's white boyish.
white boy exhibitionism.
exhibitionism.
Yeah.
But I exhibit love. What's wrong with some love?
Well-
but you're not very like you don't like to talk about love.
No,
but
I
you
don't
like
like
your
that.
penis out.
I do like my penis out, and
See, I'm a balanced
Yeah,
individual.
you're a little too touchy feely, Max.
No, I'm the balance. You don't have enough love, you two, and you have not
Max.
enough. With
Max
a lot
is
of
a bit of a prude though. Like he'll be in his he'll come out of the shower in his and he'll be like, "Oh my god, what are you doing?" Like I'll be like walking through the room to
Yeah,
get my
yeah.
laundry. He'll be like, "Oh my god," and like have
Well,
a towel
Oh
over
yeah,
him.
actually that's funny. 'Cause
Power up here.
Yeah, he'll have a towel up here. He's like, "What are you doing in here?" He's
there
just-
was a
His hair
moment.
wrapped up.
You remember Max when we were in Japan and we got to go to one of the famous fucking what are these like hot tubs in Japan?
What are they called?
I
No,
don't
it's
remember.
fucking the thingies.
Sakura? No, that was
How do we know? It's
Sapporo.
like super
That's
famous.
a beer.
The springs, the hot.
Yeah.
Thingy.
I forget what the name of the shit is. I'll look it up. But we're in one of these famous things. You're usually not allowed to if you have tattoos. We found a way to finagle it, and it's always
Oh, they
naked.
won't let you in a. They won't let you in a fucking hot tub with tattoo.
No, because tattoos were normally like a yakuza like gang thing or whatever,
Yeah.
and they thought of it as filthy
I
and criminal.
fucked in it. I fucked in one.
Okay,
Which was lovely, but it was very hot.
that was not when I was in it. But one thing I do remember is that you get naked, and so Max and I were both just fastidious at not letting each other see each other's penis.
Really?
Oh yeah, we were really. I mean, it was
like y'all were covering up a little
covering up.
I don't
just
remember this.
yeah, and it's funny because Max does joke around about gay stuff, and he'll kind of he's a butt pincher type of guy. You know what I mean?
But
Just in
he's
general.
really,
I'd
but
punch
he's really,
him.
he's really homophobic.
But when it came down to like
No.
the actual,
So who's the homophobic one again?
Wait, what? So I let him finish the story. 'cause
well,
I
when
don't
it came
remember this.
down to the actual, like both of our junk was out. Like Max didn't avert his eyes. He was, I mean, he was fastidious to not at all look at my cock, and I was to his. And he was hot, and he was also sort of in the corner, making sure that his wasn't showing. As was I. It was an interesting moment in our friendship.
I don't remember all this. I do remember being in Korea. It was weird. Okay, so it was like the shower place where you all go together, and then like it was like a jungle gym. There was like several different areas. Like first you go rinse here, then
jungle
you go
gym shower?
I don't know. It was like a water park, but there was all these different stations.
That sounds like a different thing.
Yeah, to go from
Hold on, were
one
y'all
to
in like one of those like Asian like fucking day
Spa.
spa joints?
Yeah, but it was like the only way to like first you get naked here, then you go like rinse here, then you soap up here, then you like scrub here, then you go in this pool, then you finish washing
The
here,
fuck?
and then you get your towel here. But we're talking like each one is like 100 feet away from each other, and I'm like and there's like 100 people. It was very.
Oh,
so I'm
yeah, I
like
would've
walking
felt
to the
awkward
next
as fuck.
section,
Butt naked.
butt naked.
Yeah, I would have felt mad awkward.
Yeah, I used to be chunky, and how I got comfortable with being chunky was just letting it all hang out. So I would just get naked and just
So
There's
do
a
you
piece of
have
that,
any
but there's a
hope-
piece of that from my childhood. Like I was a fat kid, so I like didn't want to take my shirt off in front of other people. So
Did y'all
that's probably
swim in the
stuck
pool
with
with
me.
y'all shirts on?
There were a couple years where I did, yeah, for sure.
Okay.
I used to do it
Y'all-
too.
Yeah.
I was
Did y'all
fat
fuck
kids.
with? Did y'all fuck with y'all shirts on?
No, because I wasn't really. No, because I lost weight before I was fucking.
You know, it's crazy in the black people. I don't even want to get into it because I'll make you cut this part. Fuck it. I'm not.
So it's called an onsen. That was a ONSEN. And the name of the it's you basically go to a ryoken, which is
Yeah.
like sounds like a Street Fighter 2 move, but you go to a ryoken and
This the Asian spa shit you're talking about, right?
yeah, in Japan. And then they have the onsen, which is like the on-site like, bathing facility or whatever. So, yeah, we did that in near Mount Fuji. Shit was tight.
Okay.
Y'all niggas travel a lot. How many fucking places y'all been together?
We've been
Y'all like that's y'all thing. Y'all make sure y'all track y'all. Because y'all travel with each other. Y'all like traveling.
That's why like we became close. Like we were the only two in our group of friends that were down to really go out and travel. Maybe had the bread too. So we started out with Colombia.
Oh, that was fun.
So we did that for a couple weeks. Then we did Morocco.
Best value.
The best value
Colombia,
steak that I've ever seen.
Oh, I meant best value.
Trip?
Prostitutes.
Yeah, best value in terms of like.
Word. What was they hitting on?
It wasn't the cheapest, but in terms of like what you got.
Oh yeah, I mean,
Phenomenal.
it was
I
beautiful
wasn't
women in
bad
Colombia.
bitches.
Yeah, it's
The
the
cheapest I've had was in like the Czech Republic.
What was they hitting on? What was their price?
In the Czech Republic, like $20.
Oh wow.
Whoa, that is gnarly.
Yeah.
That kind of scares me.
But I think
little.
I got like 2 for $35. I'm not like I'm not
Wow.
fucking,
I would have just
not
said
joking.
4. Fuck it. Why didn't you go to all 4?
I should have, because I only had like an hour. Because it was actually I was meeting like my
Oh,
brothers.
like it would have took you longer for 4 bitches.
I don't know. I kind of felt weird about it because I was meeting up with my 2 brothers to start, and they're both like religious, like not their style at all. But I happened to land like 45 minutes before them, so I was like, "I'll meet you guys at the hotel." Like I told them that before. I was like, "Gonna dick around for," and I had less than an hour, so I was like, "I'm gonna get in, get out, get showered, and meet my brothers."
Did you wear protection that time in the Czech Republic?
I don't remember, so probably.
That's crazy.
I
man.
took my baby.
I think if you don't remember, that probably means
Hold
no.
the
No, I
fuck
did.
up,
What?
son.
Wait, what?
How you just? I know we said this before 30 million times in the podcast. How you just raw dogging these prostitutes?
No, I didn't. I don't think I did.
Max is a
They
type
usually
of
don't even
gentleman
allow you.
who I think he's very impulsive in these types of moments, and so I think that it's almost just like fuck it.
Yeah, I'll
I
just
could
stick
die
it in.
today. He has a million little like rationalizations. I could die today.
Well, that's
What's
what
it all
they
about
teach you in
anyway?
AA.
And then he just sticks
One
it
day
in.
at a time.
99.9. I can see Max with the 99.9%.
Bring out my calculator.
You break it down, then there's a 38%
Yeah.
0.2 chance of me getting AIDS. So if I
I want to be like Magic
and
Johnson.
then the back after.
I think if it's ever 2 for 35, you should always
Do it.
wear a
Yeah.
condom.
Wrap it
Oh,
up.
shit,
2
hell
for 35 special. You got.
I think I've always wrapped it up, except for that one time.
What's the legality in a lot of these countries? Very legal.
Oh, there it was legal.
Okay.
Oh damn, guys! I got
Colombia, it's
13%.
legal.
What happened?
I got 13% on my shit, and I got. I'm.
They do these things as chargers.
downstairs. I know I'm downstairs in my basement.
But you can't go.
All right. Well,
So
13.
I'm gonna run up and get it, but it's gonna take me. I live in a 7-story house.
Yeah, don't you? I thought you lived in a 29,000 story house.
And my fucking elevator is out. Is out
Oh
of service.
shit!
Well, elevator stops on all floors.
Yeah.
It's a metaphor.
Oh, did y'all see the Coca Cola diversity training thing?
No.
No.
You should try to pull. We'll listen to some of the stuff that they said. It's pretty funny. It's all the people are losing their minds about it. All the right wing conservative people are like, "Oh my god!" It's just like some white lady who's saying a lot of good stuff. It's
So wait,
fun.
it's the facing backlash says be less white.
Something like
Wow.
that.
Hey, let me say this shit, white people. I get it. Once again, gerontology. I would, if I was white and I was seeing a bunch of shit telling me to be less white and all this shit, I would feel. I don't think that helps the diversity training. Like, I don't think you should. People can say I sound like a house nigga on this one.
Jared's part of the KKK. I think
That's great.
But I don't think making another race feel ashamed of their race.
Coca-Cola is telling its employees
Oh.
to be less white.
Oh,
So go ahead.
that's not it.
I know, but I
Yeah,
just
yeah.
like that.
You just
So go ahead.
Jaron, continue.
Oh, I know they're trying to say be aware. I mean, of privilege or whatever. I mean, I don't give a fuck what privilege you got. The whole thing is just be respectful to other fucking people and be mindful. You don't have to feel ashamed of your position if you grew up in a privileged fucking position. I think they're going about it the wrong. I don't think you should teach people to be ashamed of their background, where they came from. Definitely be aware of what's going on, but also the main thing is just sure treating fucking humanity in a caring fucking.
Is this just to reach our
way.
quota of racing tits?
Yeah, it was just it also just blew up over the everyone was like
So hard to sift through all the people just trying to comment on it versus
oh
the
yeah
actual
versus
video.
just yeah it's all MAGA people Vic and freaking out like, oh we can't.
But they're calling them Coca Cola now.
Kyle's trying to get a job there.
Also who cares? It's Coca Cola. They're evil as fuck and you know they have probably slaves somewhere. So and they
They
dump
just
all
put
their
cocaine
shit.
in y'all shit. Shut the
Yeah,
fuck
and
up.
they dump their shit in the fucking fuck Coca Cola.
I
Regardless,
wonder
find
what
it.
society would be like if Coca Cola never stopped putting cocaine in Coke.
That'd be fire.
But what if they didn't?
they never stopped.
Yeah, what if they? No, I'm saying that could be the case.
That they never. I hear they dump all they like extract it from because you still use coca leaves or whatever the fuck's in there.
Really?
I don't know.
Get it?
We chewed on coca. It's our first trip to Colombia. We chewed on some coca leaves.
Yeah,
How
Coca
was that?
leaves.
It doesn't do anything.
It
have
gives
to
you a
have
little
this-
caffeine vibe.
It was fucking super weird. Okay, so we were like in the jungle,
Oh, that
and
was weird.
we came across these. So we had like a guy who's like our guide for
He's
the day,
taking us through the jungle. He's just a local Colombian.
and he gives us some leaves to chew on, and we're like, oh shit, we don't think we can do this. We're sober or whatever. He's like, no, it's nothing really, because like it's more like caffeine. You need like this special mixture of shit in your mouth at the same time. It's like a rock and like some lime or something. What is it? Like a lime? Whatever, some concoction you need in your mouth at the same time in order to chew on the coca leaf to get the cocaine out. Or there's the process to actually make cocaine. The coca leaf alone won't give you the cocaine shit. Okay. So we're walking and we come across this hut, and there's like maybe a 12-year-old and like a 7-year-old.
And so he stops and he's like, "This is an indigenous hut, so you guys, this is a beautiful experience."
Yeah.
Okay. So he takes us in.
And we see this like 12-year-old teaching his little brother. There's no parents. There's no one else around, teaching this like 7-year-old how to like do this thing. We're like, what is he doing? He's like, oh, that's how you extract cocaine from the coca leaves. And it was like, and it's like a rite of passage. So similar how like Jews have like bar mitzvahs, and that's like, okay, now you're a man, sort of. This is like the ritual to become a man. Like their like ritual is like to learn the process of extracting cocaine out of coca leaves. And again, it was like a 12-year-old and a
Kinda dope.
7-year-old. It was fucked up. There was no parents. There was no nothing. And then
It was strange because he tried to paint it as like this is just a beautiful process that that this indigenous culture practices. I'm like, motherfucker, they
It
cokeheads
sounds
and
like
they
he's
12.
putting his kids on the game. Like shit. Hey,
100%.
You can't make it no other way. Just fucking learn how to whip up some fucking cocaine.
But they
and
weren't
put some
selling it. They were
four-ways,
just
put some
getting.
nines.
They were like a 7-year-old just getting fucked up all day, bro. That's all it was. They
yeah.
wasn't selling it. They was
Oh, they
living.
were getting high.
Oh yeah, they was literally cooking it and getting high, bro.
it was super fucking
Like
weird.
a 7-year-old and an 11-year-old or some shit.
Oh, yeah, that's
and
a
he was
different
trying to act like this is
ballgame.
some beautiful ceremony that the indigenous. I'm like, they're
Mm.
cokeheads and
They're 7.
they're 7. This is how you keep them down, motherfucker. Like what? Anyways,
That sounds fun though. Simple,
I was so jealous. We were just
simple life.
Yeah.
Dude.
oh, we were drooling, but we
Yeah.
couldn't, and of course we wanted to join in, but we couldn't.
Like, do
Yeah.
they have mental illness? You think they get sad there, or they're just living in the moment?
No,
Shit,
they
I
have
guess they
mental
call that
illness.
cocaine. They're kind of killing
they're like kind of
That's
they're
not.
fucked up. Their parents are fucked up, and their parents' parents are fucked up.
Find it.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
shout out cocaine. That's fun. Yeah, that happened in
Coca
the.
Cola is facing backlash after leaked online
it's just
company
everywhere.
training material by
You
a
can't ever find the
whistleblower.
video now.
Tells employees that being less white means being less arrogant, less certain, less defensive, less ignorant, and more humble.
That is
A
weird.
company insider shared images of the training, which
That shit
quickly
weird,
spread
man.
over the internet on Friday
They must
and
have pulled
throughout
it.
the weekend. The training slides explain that white people feel inherently superior and learn that being white is better at a very young age. In the US and other Western
Right.
nations, white people are
Yeah.
so
We'll put up a little clip, but basically they said be less white, which means be less XYZ. It's just, I think anything that's so broad is fucking kind of stupid. Not that I don't even agree to an extent, but it's just like
Be
for a
less
co-
white.
it's just so oddly bizarre, broad. It takes out all fucking like personality. I don't like it.
I don't like it either.
research
and
shows,
white.
but I like it.
well, if you
You like
saw
it? Why
if
you
you
like
saw
it?
the white lady who said it, I think you would like it a little less.
It says right here, research shows that by age, this is in their thing. It could be
Yeah.
bullshit, but I think I ascribe to it. Research shows that by age 3 to 4, children understand that it is better to be white. So I don't know. I don't know how this is integrated into training, but that's a real thing. The whole doll test were like, and that happened to me. I remember
I
Go
give you that too.
my parents gave me the black My Buddy. My Buddy was the doll of the times.
Yeah, I didn't want the
I wanted the white My Buddy because the white My
Yeah,
Buddy
yeah, I
commercial,
feel you.
My Buddy
As
and
a
me.
white, but I think it's the advertise. It goes back to that. I didn't necessarily think we process it as white is better. I think as a kid, they just showed that the main character of My Buddy was a white.
And then at the
kid,
very
you know
end, it's like also comes in black, and they show like 2 black My Buddies.
No,
and I'm
listen
like,
to
you can bought me that one, you know, like
No. I agree with all that. I'm saying I don't love the like instead of like. When people have brains, you can like talk to them
rather than say be less white.
Be less white. It's just a weird, broad, generic thing to like say when this is like way more nuanced and like that's gonna be people are gonna like feel some type of way when you tell them that. So that's not like the best way to start a conversation. So I'm not saying like the sentiment and the goal here is stupid. I think.
Here's why I don't have so much of a problem off top. And I haven't drilled down into the whole video or whatever, but like whiteness, right? Like what is whiteness? Why are people white? What is all that? Like so the construction of racism as a social construct. So the idea of be less white, like why should whiteness exist? Right, that piece, right? So I feel like if the idea in general of our society is to be, if an idea is to be less white, I fucks with it. I fucks with the idea like what? Because I'll be honest, and you know what? I love white folks. My mom, rest in peace, raised me, love her to death. Was white. But when I see these white babies, bro, in Silver Lake, I'm like, and I see these families with these white babies, bro. I'm like, come on, bro. We don't need you to put that album out right now. I just feel that. I just kind of feel that. You feel me? Like I'm just like another white baby. Really? I see him on the plane. I see him in first class. I had to get that out.
No, but I think the thing that upsets me is the people that are saying the be less white are the whites. Is that and the superpower? Which that's what I
and that it's Coke, right?
Yeah, well, it's Coke. And then the video of the diversity training is a lady being like, white people should get the "I'm not racist" out of their vocabulary, and it's like you're white. Like I mean, you're the part of the problem.
I feel that.
So that's the thing is like even if like we were having a conversation and someone like you or whatever was like talking to me about this idea of being less white, even that. But it's like, it's a fucking huge corporation with a slogan. Like, that's not a slogan. That's like a really deep, intricate thing. And like, I don't know.
The superiority of Coca Cola.
Yeah,
right?
And it's
like
Coca Cola
you are
was like
multinational corporation.
You are the whitest white thing.
That represents sort of the whitest level of privilege on certain levels, on certain scenarios.
Go back to the shit I was saying too.
Okay,
like, I don't want to live in a world to where you got to tone down who the fuck you are. I want to live in a world where we learn how to coexist with who we are. Long as we can leave, long as you respect me, I respect you. I don't want you. You don't have to tone down your whiteness. I'm not going to tone down my fucking blackness.
Yeah.
I want to be 100% me, and I want you to be 100% you. The common denominator we should find in this is how do we coexist and how do we fucking bring respect and love in this motherfucker.
Well, I think that.
Go ahead. No, you go.
It brings up a topic for me that I remember thinking was really interesting, and I don't even know the right answer. It was one of my teachers. It was like a freshman in high school. Talked about like, the issue with like ex-American, African American, Asian American, Italian American, Jewish American, whatever it is. You know, like versus just we're all American.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's a really like while and I don't know. It kind of goes both ways. I don't think ex-American pride is bad. Like Asian American or Jewish or whatever. Like have pride in like your history, your ancestry, whatever. But at the same time, like by definition, being ex-American is gonna like create separation.
There's a downside as well. There's that downside of like when someone thinks of an American, they associate that with white, right? Versus like an Asian American, okay, that's gonna be an Asian. One of the things I love about some shit that goes down in the NBA, for example, the Greek freak. I fucking love that Giannis, is the Greek freak. He's known as a Greek man, and he's black as could be, you know what I mean? With roots in Africa, with legitimately, like I think his parents. So he grew up in Greece. He's the Greek freak. Tony Parker, just known as like the master of French, the number one French basketball player of all time, French. So I fuck with that heavy, and I think when I do think like, let's say Jordan, LeBron, I want to think of them as the number one American, like athlete or just human athlete, whatever. But, as opposed to African American. But I also I want both. Fuck it. I also want that they're African American and that to stand out too. So I do want both without the downside. I feel like that should be the look.
I remember being like really little and watching.
Hey, can I interject? I'm sorry, folks.
Yeah.
You guys may have to continue the rest of this without me.
We'll wrap it up then.
Yeah, we'll wrap it up. We did enough.
Yeah,
I think that was good. We ended on some
race. We brought race into it. We had tits and everything. We did good. It's a full episode.
You got any comments you want to drop real fast? shout out?
I just remember being comment.
I meant from the DMs.
Out of my brain. No, we'll do them next time.
Okay.
I say I'm sorry to interject. I meant to say I'm sorry to interrupt.
Oh, yeah, because I was like waiting for the interjection. Like, when's he gonna bring this shit? He's like, I gotta go.
All right. Well, there's another one. We did it.
Yeah,
we did it. This is episode 40.
Dude, 50. We gotta have a special something.
We almost been at. Hold up. When did I come? We almost been at this shit for a year.
Well, it's been right around a year.
Yeah,
it's been right around a year.
But 50, we gotta do something special.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, man.
Russian roulette.
We'll see. We'll be
Maybe
again
I
soon.
might come to fucking bullshit. Y'all should come to LA. Y'all close.
I'm down. Let's come to Atlanta. We'll do it. Let's do an Atlanta trip. I fuck with it.
Should we drive right now?
All right. Thank you guys. We'll be
See
back.
you next time.
See you next week.
Hold it down, Jaron. Hold it down,
Hold it down,
man.
Jaron. Be safe.
Hold it.
Y'all be safe.
I want to read about you in the blotter.